Now we'll discuss about amphibious structures, classification, and adaptation. Coming to general traits, they have moist skin, they have dual respiration, three-chambered heart, and tetrapod limbs. Classification, they're classified as frog, salamander, and apoda. Evolution, they evolved from low-finned fishes. Example, as you can see clearly here, Isethiostega is the example of the lobe fish. Now we have neoteny and pediogenesis, parental care and adaptive traits. Under neoteny and pediogenesis, we have axitol, necturus, we have hormonal inhabitation and delayed metamorphosis. Under parental care, we can see that they form nest, they do mouth brooding and gastric brooding. We have adaptive traits, they have lungs and limbs, and skin breathing and ambitious lifestyle. Yep. And pretty much we're done with topic number one, and we'll move on to topic number two, which is reptilia. Okay, we'll discuss about the general characteristics of reptilia, right? And they're the first two terrestrial vertebrates. They are originated in Carboniferous period, which is about 300 million years ago, and they are well adapted to land. They have lungs and scales which prevent desiccation, desiccation. And number two being body covering, they have dry, scaly skin made up of keratin which prevents water loss, and they have no glands in the skin. If we talk about the limbs, usually they have two pairs absent in snakes. However, this is an exception. Remember this. They are pentadactyl with claws. Next, we discuss about the respiration part. They follow the process of respiration only by lungs throughout their life, and no cutaneous or gill respiration is present. Number five, we discuss about the circulatory system. They have three-chambered heart, except crocodile, which actually has a four-chambered heart. They have incomplete separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Number six being excretion. Okay, they excrete uric acid. Okay, and adaptation for water conservation. Number seven being reproduction. They have internal fertilization, mostly oviparous with shelled eggs, right? And there is no larval stage in this uh, process. Number eight being nervous and sensory system. Brain are more developed than amphibians. Jacobson's organ for smell, and some with heat sensing pit organs. Example vipers, pit vipers to be specific. Now we'll move on to the next portion, classification up to subclasses. The subclasses, the number one being Anapsida, example being turtles, tortoises, right? Key features, they don't have any temporal opening in the skull, they have bony shell. Diapsida is number two, example being lizards, snakes, crocodiles, two temporal openings on each side. Then we have superorder Lepidosauria, example being snakes and lizards here, and snakes basically Naja and lizards being Varanus, and they have overlapping scales and tail autonomy. Superorder Archosauria, example being crocodile or crocodilus, and they have four-chambered heart and they have parental care as well. Number C being identification of poisonous versus non-poisonous snake, right? Feature being belly scales. Non-poisonous has narrow belly scales and poisonous has broad covering whole width. And head scales, non-poisonous has large and poisonous has small or fragmented, especially cobras and kraits. Example number two being tail. Poisonous usually have tapering and ends in a pointed tip. Non-poisonous often blunt or rounded. Number three being fangs and teeth. Poisonous generally have hollow groove fangs in the front of or rear of their mouth. Example being cobras and viper and krait. Non-poisonous we have solid non-groove teeth, no fangs here. Number four being behavior and habitat. Poisonous often are nocturnal, aggressive if threatened. Non-poisonous usually are shy and they are non-aggressive. Venom type and their effects. Now, type of venom, we have neurotoxic. Example of the snake type is cobra and great. Action is affects nervous system, not neurus, and causes paralysis. And we have hemotoxic, which is due to viper, affects blood, causes hemorrhage and tissue damage. Then we have cytotoxic, some pit vipers. affects cells locally and causes necrosis. Here, the sources of Campbell and Rees say, and Raven says that venom specialization is key adaptation for predation and defense. And now we'll discuss about the flowchart for reptilia, characteristics, classification, and snake identification. General traits, again, dry, scaly skin, lungs, only three-chambered heart, internal fertilization. Classification is obviously turtle, lizard, crocodiles, right? Snake ID, right here. They have head and belly scales, fangs, grooved or hollow, depending upon poisonous or non-poisonous, obviously. They have venom and neurotoxic. Venoms are like three types here: neurotoxic, hemotoxic, and cytotoxic. Then we have sensory and excretion. They have Jacobson's organ, heat pits and vipers, and they release uric acid. Distinction by tail, behavior, and dentition. And yeah, we're pretty much done with topic number two. And this is the end of the second part for unit two. In the next video, we'll be discussing about topic three about apes, which is nothing but birds.